My name is Eddie Molnar. I'm a senior project manager with Christopher Homes.
Can you do one more time and start with hi?
Sure. Hi, my name is Eddie Molnar. I'm a senior project manager with Christopher Homes.
One more time.
Hi, my name is Eddie Molnar. I'm a senior project manager with Christopher Homes.
How did you get started in the business, and how long have you been at this?
I've been at this for 25 years. I got into this actually with HVAC contractor. That's where I started in construction, and then kind of worked my way up from the bottom up. Left HVAC, kind of went into home building then. I went with another builder and was a laborer for them, prep guy. Did that for about 4 months and then got promoted up into warranty service. Kind of did warranty service probably for another 3 to 4 years and moved to another builder. Then kind of got into, somebody just asked who wants to become a superintendent, and I'm all for it, let's do this. So became an assistant superintendent and then worked my way up to super, and I came over to Christopher Homes probably about almost 15 years now I've been with Christopher. So now I'm a senior project manager with Christopher Homes. So love every minute of it here.
What does it take to build a home of this quality, of this luxury? What's the art of construction these days?
It's caring about what you do. Doing the right thing, which is one of our company mottos, and that's what I live by, is I know I can go home at night and lay my head down because I've done the right thing for all my customers.
And what is the right thing in terms of construction? Like no shortcuts?
No shortcuts, 100%.
Can I ask you one favor? When he asks you a question like, what is involved with construction, the viewer won't actually hear the question being asked, so maybe if you could kind of rephrase what he said first. So like when we talk about construction, we do this, and you kind of go into your answer then.
Okay.
It'll just make it easier for us to edit.
Edit, okay.
You could say our approach to construction is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that noise bothering you, Peter?
I mean, it's going to be in there, but it's okay if there's some background noise.
It's not going to overtake him.
I don't think so, no. I think it'll be good.
So what is your approach, Eddie, to construction?
My approach, just following the plans, following the details, making sure that we pretty much go through every nook and cranny of the house, make sure we're putting in exactly what the buyers requested from sales.
Does the buyers, I mean, one of the other things about Christopher Homes I'm so impressed with is the flexibility, that these are almost semi-custom in some respects in terms of what a buyer can choose or not choose. Can you talk about that a little bit?
On the choices that the buyers are allowed to choose, there's a lot of options here that sales are able to offer. We call them FPVs, which is floor plan variations. Sales really, meets with the customers to fill them out, see what their needs are, and that's how we get the base of the actual house started. And then they actually, after that, they'll meet with our design department to start doing all the interior selections, and behind the walls is what we call it. So we know what electrical features they would like, low voltage features. Those are the kind of things with it we're doing.
It's amazing. So talk about consistent follower.
Our buyers love our homes. They love the way we go through a house with them. They have many quality walks that we do within our organization internally and also with our buyers. Because it's about details, and that's one of the biggest things with Christopher Homes. We're very detail oriented.
And architecturally, is it tougher to build a more contemporary home, or is it easier?
To me, it's pretty much they're all the same. To me, depending on what's on the plans, it's just about getting our contractors on board and pushing our subs to get to the quality that we want. It's not just we have a whole team behind this. It's not just one person individually. It's our entire staff.
If a home builder took the easy route, how does the home buyer know? I mean, how do you tell the difference between a home that's really well built and constructed versus somebody who does take shortcuts?
To me, it's in the finishes. You can see everything as soon as you walk into a building. I have a hard time walking into any just commercial building or somebody else's house, and because we all don't live in a Christopher Homes as employees, we live in different homes, and it's about keeping the quality up on our end, and that's what we do. We make sure corners are very clean, precise in these contemporary homes. So that's the difference, I think. We hold our quality much higher standards.
What do you look for typically when you walk into a home? What are the first things
I look at tile. I look at grout joints. I look at baseboards, see how well they've been put together. Those are the kind of things I'm looking for.
And can you walk us through the home buyer process? Like at what point does a home buyer, actual home buyer, get to actually see the home that they've chosen under construction, and what are the different stages in which you share that?
Yeah, our buyers are typically, we have a director of, we call happiness. She coordinates all those different walkthroughs with the buyer. Our first ones are sorry.
You could say our first ones are
Yeah.
framing.
Yeah, no. Our first one is our groundbreaking ceremony, which is, we do it after we pour the slabs because we'd like the buyers to be walking on slabs versus dirt, so things are such a trip hazard for them as well. We kind of lay out lines inside our buildings to make sure that they can see where the rooms are. We'll label each room so that later on when they come by and see the house being constructed, they can know what room they're standing in, because it'll say great room, it'll say bedroom 3, master bedroom, those kind of things.
Wow, that's awesome. Keep going. What's the next stage?
Next stage after that is we ask them to come back during the pre-drywall orientation, which we call a PDO. And that's where the buyer gets to see everything behind the walls. They see all their selections, all the additional electrical that they go through, all the low voltage, if they've chosen low voltage, all their plumbing selections behind the walls. And we take them through every single bit of it so that they know that, yep, I've seen it, I've been on the walkthrough. And if they have any additional notes that we need to make, or if they want to add something, we'll add something for them. You know, we want to make them feel like this is a great experience for them.
That's incredible. I mean, like they could come into a room and go, you know what, I decided I want 2 paintings over here. Can you add some low voltage to that wall? And you say, okay.
Yeah, and we'll give them a price right there on the spot, and basically they can sign the addendum, and in a matter of a few days, we can start putting them in.
That is amazing. So these are really semi-custom in a way.
Very much so. It looks like a track build, but for the most part, everybody gets to put their own spin on it and how they like their own house to be. And you could see that walking through these homes.
And maybe the last question, well, what's the most fulfilling part of your day-to-day?
My most fulfilling part. To me, it's working with my entire team. Putting these houses together, doing quality walks. That's one of my favorite things to do because I do enjoy that as part of the entire staff getting together and pretty much picking the house apart so that way we can turn it over and pretty much turnkey, and the buyers are extremely happy.
Are you ever there at the end when the family's moving in, or they get to actually walk through the final, and you're there and you're just...
It's one of my favorite parts, I would say, is turning over the keys and telling them congratulations and welcome to the family.
It's beautiful, Eddie. Erica, anything else?
I would just say, you can look at Mark on this, but say a little bit about what you talked about, the Christopher Homes family and your team. What makes the team that you have here different than maybe other home builders? How are we different? How is our team different?
It's just our team is different by the way we've coordinated the entire experience and what we do through the process. Our processes and procedures through the entire build process is basically our team gets together and training. We have a ton of training at Christopher Homes. We want to teach all the new people coming in the Christopher Homes way. And it's just about how we put these houses together and how we want the houses to look through various stages of the build.
And we talk about our following, our homeowners, we have a following for homeowners. Tell us a little bit about our subcontractors. They're the ones that build the homes. We're not the ones nailing in, a hammer. We're not taking the hammer and nailing, the stud. Well, we are doing the framing, but we're not installing the electrical. We're not installing the plumbing. So it is the vendors that, our subcontractors, our trade partners, our trade partners. Speak a little bit about the trade partners and the longevity.
We have several of our trade partners that have been with Christopher Homes for somewhat over 30 years, which is a great aspect due to the fact that we can call them up and they know that, hey, Christopher's going to be calling if we have a pre-drywall orientation, and we kind of need those, on the spot, hey, we got to get this in right away so we can move to the next step of our installations. But a lot of our subcontractors have been here for more than 15, 20, 30 years, but we have a lot of great trade partners through our organization, and that's what keeps us going.